Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal, and welcome to my channel. I know I've talked about this before with this 1/18 scale Delta, Lancia Delta Integrale, that I was going to customize it, and here it is so far. Looking pretty cool. So what we're going to do here is take this apart, and there's a little sneak peek of how the awesomeness of the GMP wheels on it. We're going to take this apart and get started on detailing the interior. Gently flip it over and get all the screws. There's two. All right, where'd the rest of you guys go? There's 3 and 4. Okay. So there's 4 screws there. Upon doing my research on this car, I don't think, from all the photos I've seen on Google, they never made these cars with light gray dashboards, and the more I look at it, it kind of annoys me. So I think part of the plan here is we're gonna take that out and spray that semi-flat black using a trim paint. I'll have to mask off the gauges. Well, they don't have any gauges painted out on this except for the main cluster, so we'll have to mask off the cluster there. No, it wasn't too bad. See, you can see here how it does have those yellow, the trademark yellow lettered older Ferrari style gauges. So we want to make sure, I don't want to screw that up. So I'm gonna, yeah, that's a water decal. As soon as I just touched the corner, it flaked right off. I'd hate that to print out a new decal for there, but we're going to go ahead and use some Tamiya tape, or Tamiya, however you want to say it. We always called it Tamiya growing up, I guess, from watching other people's videos. Everyone says Tamiya. So I'm going to take some of this Tamiya tape here and try to cut a little piece out that can mask over that, but I have a bad feeling that's going to come. Let me get this out of the way so I don't screw up something here with that. I have a bad feeling though, as soon as I put a piece of tape on this. All right, I got this masked off the gauges, and cut a little piece of tape out for the center emblem on the steering wheel. We'll see if that, hopefully that works. Now I like to use SEM trim paint black for stuff like this, and I don't have much of it left, so I'm going to go shoot that and I'll be right back. I'm hoping that I have enough left over in the can. It flows really nice. I don't have to break my airbrush out. Works great, so I'll be right back. Alright, here's a little update. I went and sprayed the dashboard a while, and then this kind of snowballed from what I was originally planning on doing with the car. I got looking closer at the reference photos online of a 16 valve, I guess it was a 1989 or 90, just like this car, and the whole interior, I didn't notice this before, the center console, everything was black, and there's a rubber heel pad. I didn't mask anything off. I've just free-handed all this, and then I'm going to do the gray carpet. Will go up to the lines, and this rubber heel pad does have a curve for whatever reason on the outer left side. So I tried to mimic that the best I could, and the console, I just worked off the photos the best I could from what I could see, and just did everything in a semi gloss black. And then I also noticed with the seats, that these side pieces here need to be painted black. They were just molded in light gray. They looked really silly. So I'm going to have that drying a while. I'm going to have this dry, and then I'll come back and do the gray carpet, and that should be pretty easy. And I think just doing that, and I'll probably paint in the orange for the clickers, whatever you call it, the receptacles for the seatbelt receptacles, are like that bright safety orange color. I'll probably paint those in, and then possibly do this black edging along the door here, because they have a rubber, there's a black sill where you step into the car that the Sunstar does not have that. So I might be able to try to duplicate that. These seats were just melted plastic on the bottom. There's just these two tabs, so when you can just kind of stick a small straight blade in underneath the seats and kind of just pop them up, and they'll pop out. The main issue I'm finding here is this. I like the green striping is cool, and I don't want to get rid of that. It's so 80s looking, it's kind of cool, but it's a really fragile water slide decal, and it's already chipping off in a couple places. So you have to be really careful around that. I'm not sure about this dark gray area on the back here, if that should be dark gray or black. I'll have to see if I can find some photos of that. I'll probably just leave it as is. So next thing would be the carpet, but we could probably work on getting this engine out a while. Doesn't look like I need to do anything with the door panels, so that's good. For whatever reason, photos I saw on Google of this car from Sunstar, some are painted in. Oddly enough, some have details that are painted in. This does not. It only has the valve covers red, and everything else is black. So I don't know if I got a bum car here or what the deal is, or maybe the photos online I see on Google, or could possibly be dealer samples that were used to sell the car to vendors. I don't know. That's probably what it was. It's probably like a prototype photo or something that I saw, but we can go ahead and take the front bumper cover off. Some tiny screws. Put those off to the side. And hopefully I can get this popped out of here and we can detail the engine up, which would be really cool. Okay, so we got that out. So that's good. Now we can set this off to the side and hope I don't screw anything up here. The motor's, this here is going to need quite a bit of work, and I'll show you where I'm at with this 1/18 scale Lancia Delta. So I detailed the motor compartment. I'll probably put a picture of what it looked like before so you can remember. The shock towers were, everything was just black basically, only except for the valve covers were red. So I did the shock towers in red and did some quick detailing and highlights. Just basically it's a rough casting, but to give it some visual interest when you look in there. I got the carpet done. I did gray carpet, which turned out pretty cool. That was the first time I used the gray flocking. So I was able to pop the seats out and did the center console. So there's where we're at with that. And I probably could put it back together here soon. Oh, the dashboard. The gauges, I was able to successfully tape off that water slide decal. And then I sprayed the whole dash unit in SEM trim black paint. So it turned out pretty cool. Nothing really special about it. I did go off reference photos the best I could. They really didn't have to paint anything in, except for a couple of the little buttons there. So I think we could go ahead and probably put it back together here and see how cool this looks. Alright, I'm back. That was kind of a pain to put it back together. I should have probably documented exactly where the screws all went, because there's a bunch of different screws that hold the bumper covers on. But anyway, this is pretty much, I think, going to be it for now. I got The interior all put back together. So I went with the correct black dash and center console, black trim on the seats. The door panels weren't too bad. I didn't do anything with those. And then I fixed up the this is probably the biggest differences is the engine compartment. I painted the shock towers red, they were black, and detailed the motor up, so that's a pretty big change from what it was before. But I'm digging the gray carpets, and I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with it. For not really costing anything to fix it up. And I also did as a final, I did metal exhaust tips using aluminum tubing. I think they came out pretty cool. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see there, but I did a little wash in this recess where the tow hook is. I think the real metal exhaust tips really makes it look a lot more impressive on the outside. And I did go off of reference photos. I know it looks like they're sticking out really far, but the reference photos I have from a couple different websites, they appear to be stock like that, sticking out. Just looks pretty aggressive. And then you have the GMP 10-spoke kinesis wheels, which when I ordered them, the photos did not show the red trim around the wheels. I was going to use them for another project, but when they came, I thought they look pretty cool in this Lancia. So there you go. I'll get a shot of it sitting down flat here on the surface. Fully detailed. Looking awesome. So I don't know, you guys, let me know what you think. I might throw this up on eBay. I'm not sure yet though. It's almost too cool to sell. It's definitely not in the league of Kyosho, but it's coming closer. It's just a shame the back doors don't open on it. But all in all, I think it turned out pretty cool. I did not modify the suspension at all, if anyone's wondering about that. That's all totally stock. The ride height, I should say. But I don't know, the more I look at these Lancia Deltas, I would love to import one in to the United States here. If I ever fell ass backwards into some money. It's a really cool car. Alright, so thanks for checking it out, and let me know what you guys think. And so far I'm digging this one. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Alright, see ya. Bye now.